What is going on, everybody? Josh here with JM Junk Movers on a beautiful Thursday morning. I call it beautiful. It's 70 degrees and it's humid. Like sun shining. I don't know, Texas can't make up its mind on this weather. It's messing with my lungs. I've had pneumonia 3 times, so fluctuations with air quality and like humidity and stuff just messes me up. So anyways, I was debating on whether or not to make a video about this. It's kind of like one of those things where I don't think anybody really needs to know, but I'm gonna do it anyways because it seems like a lot of people see value in my videos because I give that little extra nugget, right? So what I do at Christmas time is I do gift baskets and handwritten cards to all of my high-performing realtors and customers that refer often, have used me quite a bit, and I keep track of dollars made for each customer throughout the year. So depending on how much I made from that individual person determines the significance of the Christmas reward. For realtors' offices, if they have 3 realtors that use me pretty often, I'll get individual gifts for them and then a large gift for the whole office. And that's kind of how I work. It's construction companies are the same, remodel companies, individuals. I do a lot of individuals that refer me a lot and have used me a lot. You know, it's relationships, guys. It's just freaking relationships. You know, I got a call the other day, and he asked me, he's like, "Hey, so what's your best method of marketing? And like, what is the one that really sets you over?" And I've been thinking about this because I do all of it. I do Facebook, I do Google My Business, Google Ads, Google SEO. You know, I do Bing, Yelp, freaking Facebook, Instagram. I do all of it, and I get a lot of business from all of them. Where I think my difference is from many is my customer retention, which means repeat customers. Because once you pay for a customer in the first place, they're a little expensive. They can be expensive. But if you can get them to come back again, that's pure profit. There was no expense to that. So I'm really good at spreading my name through sales and customer retention. And that's something that you acquire from reading books, from analyzing other companies. You know, it's not something that you just do. It's something that you have to learn through experience and self-reflection and stuff like that. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. Second year I've done it. Last year the list was much shorter, so it didn't take as much time. This one, I hand deliver it, of course. I'm not gonna freaking just ship it straight to their office. Loses meaning, guys. I'd rather put my 30 minutes into hand delivering it than just having it show up and not mean anything, right? So bang for your buck. It helps when you got someone to take over the truck for you, so you can go do stuff like this and really work on customers and the business. You work on the business, not in the business. It's a different mindset. But I've been getting a ton of phone calls from you guys, asking questions and getting clarification. It's awesome. I appreciate it. Keep watching the videos. I drop the nuggets. I know it's not all the information. And something that I really want you guys to understand is it's your business. It's your business. I didn't learn any of I didn't know that junk removal even really existed outside of 1-800-GOT-JUNK when I started my business. I didn't know there was a Tom with a truck on every freaking street corner. Everything I learned by doing from my experience, by quoting wrong and then readjusting the next time. So a lot of these questions I get from people are just, they're questions that it's like, just do it and ask questions to yourself. Should I be doing it this way? Should I be doing it that way? Is this legal? Is this not legal? And learn throughout the way, because in the end, I can tell you what to do, but you still have to learn it. Otherwise, you won't know the value of what I'm telling you. Hope that makes sense. When it comes to pricing and bidding jobs, there's another guy I was chatting with on the comments. You know, he looked into what my population was compared to his, and it's completely different. So there's not a whole lot of reason for us to give you guys pricing on like every job, because we can't compare. We're different areas. I service different clientele than Joe with a truck. Sorry for any Joes out there. From a guy with just a pickup truck. You know, we have uniforms, we have insurances, we have insurance on everything. We have stickers, we do marketing, we do everything. We have great employees, we have W-2 employees. So our price is going to be different than Joe's. So whenever, you know, people are like, well, what do you charge? What do you price this? It's different. You know, there's a guy here in Dallas that's been in business for like 4 or 5 years, and he calls himself the Walmart of junk removal. What do you want out of life? And he's still on the truck. 4 years in, he's still on the truck. I'm off the truck 2 years in. You know, who do you want to listen to? You want to listen to someone that owns a job? I wouldn't. But again, to each their own. What are your goals in life? You have to have your goals. It doesn't mean they're going to come true. Sorry. It depends on your willpower. That's what it depends on. Are you strong enough to make them come true? You know, on low entry positions like this, a lot of people, they try it. And you can make good money. You can make good money doing this. But you'll blow out your back in 5 years. You'll get sued and not have the insurances to take care of it if you're not charging correctly and you're not properly insured. You know, business is serious. You got to take business serious. We're driving vehicles. Accidents in America are like one of the top killers. And guess what we're doing all the time? We're driving. So we're putting ourselves in one of the most hazardous positions we can in America. And if you're not charging for that, then, you know, you got to think about it. So not everybody's a business owner, but everybody can run a job, right? So you have to ask yourself and start educating yourself on, what do you want to do? Are you wanting to just own a job for a little bit, make some extra cash on the side, you know, a part-time job? Man, that's beautiful. If you got something that's paying you 80 grand, working you 25, 30 hours, you know, it's not stressing you out or killing you, and you can do this on the side on the weekends, you know, pick up an extra $1,000 on a weekend, go with that. That is a good deal. You can get some good vacations on that. Running a business isn't just, how do I get jobs? There's so much more to it, guys. There's way more to it. If you want to scale, if you want to own a job, you can do this as long as your body lets you. But there's a lot of risk involved in that. If you don't scale, you don't have capital. You don't have vast amounts of capital. So if something expensive were to happen, like crashing a $60,000 truck or $20,000 truck, and you don't have the capital to replace it, you're in a tough spot. So being aware of the market. You know, everybody's kind of expecting a market crash right now, but nobody knows what it's going to be. Nobody knows what, when, where, how. But if you don't have a nest egg and you don't have a marketing strategy in place, you're gone. You are gone. You know, so it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that it's the difference between a business owner and somebody that owns a job. And you have to ask yourself, what do you want to be? Because if you're not reading books, you're a job owner. That's all you are. If you're not reading books, you'll be a small fry. You'll be a small fry. Reading books is the most important thing anybody can do for themselves in business. You ask any of the gurus, anybody that's made a ton of money, freaking everybody that is up there reads books. There's a reason for that, guys. You're getting knowledge. You're expanding your horizons. You're expanding your thought process and making things happen and understanding situations. Why would you not put somebody else's experience and research into your brain? In 5 hours, you just downloaded somebody's research into your brain. It's stupid not to, but that's an employee compared to an owner. That's the difference right there, guys. So it's a conversation everybody has to have with themselves. I hope you have it. I hope you can do that over this slow season. You know, not everybody's meant to own a business. Doesn't mean you quit. It means, what can you do? You have to ask yourself, what can I do to take it to the next step? Because if you're running a truck after 4 years, you're not doing something right. What are you gonna do when you retire? What are your goals? What are your goals? If you're running a truck 5 years in, that's rough. That's not good on the body. Now, if you started at like 20 years old, that's a little bit different, right? You know, because you haven't learned your lessons in your 20s, and I've said this before. You're learning your lessons in your 20s. So if you're running a truck in your 20s and you're learning those lessons, more power to you. But your 20s, I honestly believe that's when you need your mentors. If you don't have mentors at that time, you're going to be restricted in your growth in your 30s, 40s, 50s. So mentors are huge, and that's where you need 20s. If you're running a business in your 20s, you don't have a lot of mentors. So it's a balance. And that's my opinion. I know plenty, I know kids that 22 years old has a landscaping business. He did $1 million this year. 22 years old, landscaping. Like, you can do it, but it's that shit I'm talking about. He pushes himself to the next level. He doesn't own a job. He owns a business. He has employees underneath him. It's the mentality of most people, right? And for me, I believe gaining experience in your 20s is highly valuable, but you don't have to do that if you're a special character, right? Like, I didn't have a foundation in my 20s to be able to do that. I didn't have a foundation in discipline, in education, and a lot of things in my 20s. I had to build that up in order to be able to do what I'm doing in my 30s. And all the mentors, all the jobs I had in my 20s helped gear me towards this. So it's an accumulation of experience and understanding and educating, and you know, it never stops, guys. It never stops. I'm rambling now. I apologize. It's a little bit of a long video. Anyways, the gift baskets, it's the special touch, guys. It's the little extra thing of giving. Not being greedy with everything makes the difference. And you got to just ask yourself, how am I different? You know, if somebody says, what makes you so special? If you say great service, you're no different from everybody else. You're no different from anybody else. Great service? What the hell does great service mean? That's different for somebody that has $1 million in the bank and somebody that has $10 in the bank. Great service is cheap for the $10 guys. Great service for the $1 million, someone that shows up on time, professional, they can trust with their children. That's a big difference, guys. Something to think about. There's so much to think about. If you're not thinking, anyways, I can go on forever, guys. I can go on forever, ever, but I won't. I gotta stop. So I gotta deliver this basket. I gotta go get some coffee real quick. Then I'm gonna deliver that basket. They're like 2 miles away. We got this place called Buc-ee's in Texas. And their coffee refills are $1, and it's such good coffee. Just black, and it's so good. And this big old freaking 32-ounce Yeti, sip it all day, It's so good, delicious. It's 99 cents. Yeah, screw you, Starbucks. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I didn't hurt any feelings. Honesty, I'm very blunt and straightforward. I call it a positive. I don't sugarcoat things, and so hopefully I didn't, you know, hurt anybody's feelings or, you know, destroy some dreams. One thing I'll tell everybody is don't live with regret. So if you feel like starting your business is something that you'll regret if you don't do it. If you're looking at something that's low entry, good money, there's landscaping. Guys, there's so much money in landscaping. So much money. There's window washing. So much money in window washing. Both are low entry positions that have less risk. All right? There's other types of work that you can do. There's junk removal is high risk. When you get to the level of the Isuzus, you're paying $60,000 to $90,000 in Isuzu. That's a lot of freaking money. Marketing is insane. When you're doing window washing, when you're doing landscaping, you can stay really busy with just being inside your network. Because everybody has windows, everybody has lawns. At all times of the year, guys. Not everybody has shit in their garage, all times of the year. So if you're wanting something that's more secure, and you have the ability to get your name out there, you have the intelligence to get your name out there, those are two areas where you can excel in significantly and quickly. Junk removal is easy, but it's expensive. It's a low entry point if you got a cheap ass pickup truck and a cheap ass trailer. If you try to do anything else, if you try to excel, it's expensive. It's expensive, man. And you know, landscaping's not. Window washing is not. Garage doors is not. There's a lot of things you can do that outside of junk removal. I'm not trying to talk people out of junk removal. I'm just making them aware that, hey, junk removal depends on the individual more than anything. Are you gonna be the cheap guy, or are you gonna be the guy that excels? And there's very few guys that excel in our industry. You know who they are. You know who the cheap guys are too. Watch who you listen to. Don't listen to those cheap guys. Don't listen to them. Stop listening to them. When you go back and watch them, just laugh at them. They're dingbats. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed my video. Have a fantastic Christmas season. Happy New Year. Be safe. Love your family. Enjoy life. Do what you need to do to make your life happen. Be happy and live with no regrets. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Thank you.